Hey there. Hey there. I'm sort of in the middle of trying to install Windows Update, but I just had to try to get this out, lest I miss the comic element of what's been going on. I went into this little flag kept showing up, and it kept saying, oh, there's no problem. And then I went into Windows Update here. So I'll show it to you in a minute. And it said there were let's see now, 8. I think it said 8 or 9 important, very important updates that I had to install immediately while I was encoding a video. This one here at the time, and but whatever. I pressed on the install, but I just waited for this to complete before rebooting. Now, it did its usual thing. I tried to simulate the text messages that I got. At first, it went into the usual. There's a blue screen, and it says Windows currently configuring updates or something, and it only ever displays the number 30%, and then it starts to reboot. Okay, it's rebooted, and now it says Windows is configuring updates. There were 2 also that were of the important updates. 2 of them were not selected automatically, and I didn't select them. So I guess there were 10, maybe, something like that. At some point, it said failed to Windows failed to configure the updates, reverting. And I'd never seen that message before. It was undoing the update. So it's like reverting, and then it went to reboot again, and then it came back to the blue screen again. Please wait. And then it said again the same message again. Failed to configure updates, retrying, and then it went ... retrying, and then it went through a few, counted up to 70% or something, or 80%, and again it said failed to configure updates, reverting. Went back, rebooted, came back again, same message again, reverting, undoing update, and I got to the logon screen, and I logged on, and I think only one of the updates had successfully installed. So I went to look at the history, and I saw a bunch of failures. So I was somewhere around here. So one of them just got through. These all failed. That succeeded. And so now I looked at some of the help of some of these, of one of them anyway. And it said to keep looking back until you find an update that didn't include that particular thing. Can I double click this? Oh, right, I can't double click anything. I clicked on one of these things, right? And this was the number, the code number. And it said to go back and try and find the first instance where this is not the error code, because the reason this is coming up, it probably has to do, I guess, with something else failing to install, and try to resolve that issue first, and then try again. So I did that. I found the first one where this wasn't the error code. I installed that one, and it worked. So then I tried the next one. So I went one at a time until eventually it failed again. And then in the end, I got it down to 2. Of the 4, there are these 2 that still don't install. Okay. Now the comic element, there are several. Was when I clicked on more information about this thing here. Like what's the threat? I think this is the one I clicked on. I ended up going to. I clicked too many times last time as well. What's this one? That's this one. See, I've got 2 of everything. Okay. Vulnerability, blah blah blah, digital signatures could allow a denial of service. Something something. Denial of service. That doesn't sound good. And then I usually click on this one to get the technical details. I clicked on it, and what do I get? Page not found. And something in Chinese. And I go back, and I look at it again, and I just happen to notice that there's a space here. So I copy the link, I go over here, paste it in, I'm going to remove the space, and I get the bulletin. Okay, now what's the problem? Problem is, it says that where is it? Service. Okay, no mitigating factors, no workarounds, no. Well, what is it? Okay, now it has to do with these key pairs that I've been talking about. A specially crafted X.509 something could. Okay. It's caused when an X509 certificate validation operation fails to properly handle a specially crafted certificate. Defines a standard for managing public keys through PKI, blah blah blah, etc. etc. And so I don't know, something to do with this cryptography stuff. Now the funny part is coming up if I can find it. Okay, now I'm trying to find out what is it on my system that is causing the problem. Security update file. Now, did I have to click on something else? No, certainly not that. No, or maybe I'm looking at the wrong one. Because I wasn't getting much out of this, and maybe I clicked on the other one. Let's see. Here, this is it. Okay. How to completely disable RC4. Now, maybe you don't remember, but RC4 is the standard symmetric cipher that's used for session management. Okay. Now, apparently, 128 bits just isn't enough anymore. Now, let's see now. Maybe some files. Last time I had a whole list of crypto something. Maybe this is it. Update for disabling RC4. If you recall from the help, we can never get the help going, that RC4 is the symmetric algorithm. It was either RC2 or RC4 were the two. One was 64-bit and one was an unknown thing, which is apparently 128-bit symmetric cipher that's used for session management. Those session keys. Use strong crypto. Okay. Known weakness in RC4. Supports removal of RC4 as an available cipher on effective system. Now, you see, this just reminds me of the kinds of things that I always run into, which is that I do things to my systems that people don't expect. It's unexpected. They don't expect it to come up, and that's probably why this update can't install itself. You see, I've got all these users that I define, right? And some of them have I have enabled the cryptography stuff, right? Now, if it goes ahead and disables that, and those users had encrypted some files, then they would lose their encrypted files. So I imagine I probably have to go to all my users and turn, remember crypto. When I type this on my own user, no containers were found, and I thought, oh gee, I hope I hadn't. I went looking through the old videos and checking to see if I had actually disabled it on my user, and I had, so I think that's okay. But here we are. Now we can just get the help out. I even had it in that crypto project. I had a big long thing about it. Well, now I can't use this till the help comes up. Let's see what this says. No, that's nothing. Now I wonder what this. At some point, somewhere, it says that it has to be no less than 1024 bits. See, crypto. Now, part of this installed, or part of the update installed as I did it incrementally, and the strangest thing came out. Where was that? Somewhere you're going to see it say RC2 or RC4. Oh, here, see? Symmetric encryption. RC2 or RC4 are the standard ones. And then there's this, DES. I don't know what that is. Okay, data encryption standard. Those are the standards. RC4, stream algorithm, blah blah blah. That's the default. CALG4, crypto algorithm number 4. No good anymore, right? But of course, here I am. I've been adding these. I've been adding support for these things on my fake users, and it must be that it simply couldn't complete the update because it's in use. The RC4 is in use. And who's going to know? Who would know? Other than someone like me who actually plays around with these dumb things. It reminds me of this time when there was this guy, friend of second-hand friend of someone who is just known to be a real computer whiz and crack and hack everything, and he was at our house back in Canada, and he said, "Yeah, I'm sure I can crack your password on your system." And I didn't really doubt it. I'm sure he probably had something, right? He has a disk that he puts in. He had something on a USB disk. And I said, "Well, I don't know. I think it's pretty secure. Maybe. I don't know. I'll let you try." And he's feeling all smug. And for sure, he's gonna get it, right? But I know, because of the way that I keep messing up my systems, that his system for cracking my system is just going to fail because my system doesn't make any sense anymore. After about an hour of waiting for my password to arrive from downstairs, I was upstairs waiting. I go down there and they're like, "Go away, go! Don't come down here! Don't come down here!" What do you mean, don't come down here? I'm coming down to see what's going on. Well, they have the system, and they've taken it all apart. He's got a toolbox out with a screwdriver. The problem is, of course, my floppy drive doesn't work. It was unplugged and hadn't been used in years. So his thing was on a floppy, and they were trying to get the floppy drive working. So, okay, I go back upstairs, and I'm getting a bit worried. I don't want my system to get destroyed. But, It's pretty bright guys, bright fellow, so I'm not too worried. And still, didn't get my password. He managed to extract, like an image, a full image of my drive. And then he was still working on the problem. I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. And after that, we went somewhere else, and that guy was still with us working on the laptop. And he's like, and he kept coming to me and asking me these questions and using words that I had no idea what they meant. Like, are your LGA tables misaligned, or something like that? But of course, the thing is what had happened was, in the past, at some point, my C drive crapped out, and but I didn't want to. But it was still partly working, and so I bought a new hard drive, and then I partitioned that new hard drive, but the new hard drive was the secondary. No, that was the primary. But I installed the operating system onto. I made a mistake, and somehow the operating system ended up on, even though it was, I think, maybe still referring to the C drive, but the E drive. So the operating system was on drive E, and here he was searching, trying to find my password on drive C. But, it's just an example of, because I end up messing around, fiddling around with these things, nothing works properly. Anyway, so what I'm going to try to do is go on Crypto 4 through all the users and see if those things will install. If not, I guess, it has to install, because I can never have this here. I don't want that there. That's my switch user button has disappeared because of this thing. Anyway, let's see what can do an update. I have another video to upload too. Well, I tried it. I disabled all of the RC4s and all the users, and still failed, continued to fail. But then I found, you'll notice, by the way, the lack of what I used to have. I used to have two buttons, one for the administrator box and one for the crippled box. Can't do that anymore. My system is busted. If I run command from any other place, it just doesn't work. I mean, it runs. Okay. No. That's what I get. It won't, it doesn't, it's trying to get messages from something or other, right? And I don't think it's, well, it could be because it expects to find those messages in this folder, but I don't think so. I think it's something else, and I'm not sure exactly what. And that thing was great, because then I could select one or the other. Now I can't. I have to run the same command. So now they're both here. And I gotta go through this business again. choosing one or the other. I can't just select it directly. And another thing that's changed, look at this black line here. Now, how come, go away. The thing that I found, what the hell is this? Cyberlink UCAN. I'll find out where that came from. I gave up. It's not. It can't be installed for some reason on this system. Simply can't install. However, I still want the button. I got my button back. And where I found that was that you can disable here. You can hide an update. If an update just simply refuses to install and it's giving you that horrible thing, all you do is you go in there and you right click on an update and just say hide. So it's still there. But it'll never be able to be installed. So just hide it. Whoops. See, they're there, but they're hidden. Okay, too bad. But what I did do is I did change those registry settings to disable RC4. Now, I assumed that was what the update had already done, and then it undid it for whatever reason. I don't know why. These keys didn't exist at all, so I added them, and I added these enabled false. So this says that RC4 is disabled. Okay. If it's such a big danger, I guess it's disabled. Other applications, it's not turned off by default for all apps. Unless they use security options. So I don't know if it was a good thing to add that. I don't know. Nobody knows. They don't tell you. You know, am I going to go through and do all of this? Change all of these settings? I don't know. I don't even know if that's... What was it? One of them, crypto... Oh no, it's LSA info. It looks the same as what it was. I don't know. That's sort of why I gave up on this stuff anyway. It's just ridiculous. Whatever. Okay, well, maybe my system will get hacked. All I need to do is make one bank transaction before my system gets destroyed by somebody, and I'm having a little trouble with that one too. I need to make a bank transfer to Cambodia. Problem is, you're not allowed to do that. Well, I could do that, but I have to be in Canada in person. Problem is, I don't have any money. Where's my money? It's in my bank. But I can't access the bank because I'm in Cambodia. I can't wire the money because I'm not in Canada. But whatever, that's just the normal way of things. One more quick addendum. What I did was, it's funny how it's not appearing here, is it? I rolled it back. See? No, I'm happy. It's funny that, oh yeah, that's true. This is the same. I'm not gonna deal with that situation. Of not being able to run a program from a certain directory. There's a little program, command.exe. Why shouldn't it work? I'm not gonna muck around with the registry. Hopefully that, I don't know where that key was. When I changed it, it would have been set back anyway. Pretty sure. Got config. No. Current config? I forget. Whatever. Some RC form. And, as far as this thing is concerned, it continues to ignore it. The only time it stopped ignoring it was when I ran Windows Update, which did a scan for update. This doesn't seem to scan for anything. But I can hide them, even if they show up. In fact, what I should do was that there's something called Security Center. Let's see, where is that? Windows Update. Okay, that's it. That's the end of updates. The next update will be a new operating system. I never run any programs that have to do with these stupid updates. It's all Outlook and Office Excel and all this garbage. I never use it. So why do I want to keep updating it? I'll stick with RC4. I don't think, when I was reading the help on those, sort of scanning through the help on those denial of service attack things, it didn't sound like something that would have anything to do with something I would do. All I ever do is make these videos, I run Notepad to edit things, or edit. I use this paint shop sometimes, but I don't use this as an office person would use it. I don't need that high level of security. I'm not opening secure documents, being sent from one organization to another. So screw it. There's no more updating for this. This is a fine setup. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with it. And I'm sure that I won't have any problems. So I would like to update this thing once in a while. Maybe I can. Maybe it has its own update. I think it has an update. Yeah, update. Yeah, I can update this on its own. It checks for viruses and things. Fair enough. But I think it does it automatically. Settings. Real time. Event. Where's the update? Scan. Yeah, they are automatically updated on their own. They don't use Windows Update. So okay, that's good. That's better. Just thought I'd add that on to the end. Yeah, and of course this little bit. Goodbye.